Hey guys, so Claude Code Remote Control is one of Anthropic's newest and most hyped features, but I stopped using it. I'm going to show you why and what actually works for continuity between your desktop and your Claude mobile app. So here's what a remote control is supposed to do. You're away from your laptop, you open Claude AI on your phone, type in a prompt, and it controls the Claude Code session running on your desktop. It's the same conversation with the same context, and that's what it's supposed to do. But what actually happens is that, firstly, there's a 10-minute timeout. So after 10 minutes, it often times out. So if your network goes quiet for 10 minutes of you doing nothing, then the session drops. And it's not a bug they're fixing as far as I can tell. It's an architectural limit. The second problem is that there's rate limits, and the rate limits kill the session. And that happens often during peak hours. And remote control doesn't pause and resume like it's supposed to, so the link dies. You reconnect, and when you reconnect, your desktop session might be in a different state. And thirdly, there's no slash commands from the remote control mobile. So if you use Claude Code seriously, you run, for example, /compact constantly. It's how you manage the context window. But on mobile, you actually can't do that. The slash and command interface is disabled. And the fourth problem is you can only have a single session per user. You can only remote control one Claude session from your terminal to your phone. If you already have one running, the desktop one, the other one gets kicked out. And the last issue that got me was running /compact. The thing you need to do, keep a long session healthy, that disconnects the remote link entirely when you do it. So you have to pick between context management and staying connected. So, you're working on something from your phone, 10 minutes pass, session drops, you reconnect, the session dies, you can't compact, and you have two devices, and you can't have two devices working on the same session. So it's a great idea on Anthropic's part, but it's not a feature that's fully reliable quite yet. But here's what's worth noticing. The remote control is trying to solve a connection problem. You want to connect your phone to control your desktop Claude session, but that's not the actual problem. The real problem is shared state. You want your Claude on your phone to already know everything that Claude on your desktop knows. The context, the project history, the decisions you made. That's a different problem. And remote control solves the wrong one. So the actual solution to this is to have two files in a private GitHub repo, a claude.md and a memory.md. Claude.md is the rules, your preferences, the project's conventions, how you want Claude to behave. Doesn't change much. Memory.md is state, what you built, what decisions you made, what's in progress, what's next, and that updates every session. So if both files live in a private GitHub repo, your desktop can read them, your phone can read them, and both can write to them. And that's it. No live connection required. There's no timeout risk or other issues. Claude just needs to read the same files that are in the cloud on your GitHub. And by the way, GitHub is pretty much unlimited free storage for the most part. So it's not you have to worry about storage. So here's how it works. I have a project, for example, called the Council. And it's a personal advisory system with multiple context files. I work on it from my laptop and from my phone. When I open it on my laptop, Claude Code reads those two files from the GitHub repo, and it already knows the state of the project, what's been decided, what's next. It just knows. And then when I'm on my phone, I open the Claude AI mobile app and point it to the same repo, and it reads the same two files, the memory.md and claude.md that are saved in the GitHub repo. And so the session continues, same history, don't need remote control. And if I update on my phone, my desktop picks it up and vice versa. So GitHub basically becomes the shared brain with the setup. Quick note on the setup, there's three layers. Layer one is the system claude.md. This lives in your home directory. Personal info, preferences, things that apply everywhere. This one stays local. Don't put this one on your GitHub for privacy reasons. Rather, for your GitHub, create a project-specific claude.md file and put that in your GitHub project folder. And that'll have all your rules and conventions and what Claude needs to know about this project. and that's on GitHub. Also in the project folder, you have the state, the history, decisions, next steps, and this one also goes to GitHub. So your personal cloud.md stays local, but your project one is shared between your two devices. So that's the setup that I use for continuity between mobile and desktop. Two files. Make sure the repo is private. Make sure it's not public unless you want people to see your stuff publicly. And this way your cloud knows pretty much everything wherever you are about you. So if you're building anything serious with Claude Code, try the setup before you continue to fight with the remote control issues. And if you want more AI insights like this, subscribe to support the channel and help this video grow and the channel grow. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.